Welcome here to the Signal Iduna Park, and it's the home of Borussia Dortmund, the Champions League finalists. And just take a look at this wall here in the stadium. There have been quite a few walls in the past who, well, you could say have been legends. Maybe Adrian's wall or the Chinese wall. There was even a wall in Berlin, but the one here in Dortmund is, as far as football terminology is concerned, the biggest in the world. 25,000 crammed into that stadium, that part of the stadium on the left-hand side, called in Germany, here in this part of the world, the Südkurve. It's the South Terrace, and they're all ready and raring, awaiting for this game to commence, which it will do on match day 5 very shortly here in the catacombs of the arena, formerly known as the Westfalen Stadium. Dortmund at home, and with Jurgen Klopp's 11 today, he's had to make one change to the team that beat Frankfurt away from home 2-1 last week. In is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from the start, and at the moment Jakub Błaszczykowski, the Poland international, is out injured. Otherwise, that is the same 11 that drew, apart from Błaszczykowski and Aubameyang coming in. Now, Hamburg, the visiting team here, have made 2 changes to their team that beat Eintracht Braunschweig by 4-0 last week. We've got, at the moment, injury apparently to Jurasek, who's not there, and so to Badel. So into the starting lineup back again, it's Rincon, and Lasse Sobich, the German under-21 international, moves to right back. And quite a few swaps around there as well, as far as the lineup is concerned for Hamburg. We just saw the illustrious benches of the two sides here this afternoon on match day 5. Let's come back to the visitors. According to our information at the moment and our piece of paper that we get before the games, we've got 3 men in the defence for Hamburg, which of course could be 5 men if Lahm and Diekmeyer, the 2 left full-back wingers, also come back into the defence if Hamburg are defending. But the other 3 are Westermann, Giroud, and the aforementioned Lasse Sobich. Then we've got a midfield, including Thomas Rincon, Tolgay Arslan, who moves into the heart of the midfield from the right wing position, giving Diekmeyer more room down the right, and also down the left then for Lahm. And then we've got basically a 3-pronged attack, if you will. Up front, Zua and Beister, and just behind those 2, Raphael van der Vaart, who made it into the starting lineup. It was a doubtful big question mark before the start of the game whether the Dutchman would be here in the starting 11, but he's made it. He came off, by the way, in that 4-0 victory against Braunschweig after 79 minutes, nursing a thigh strain. But obviously the physios have got everything sorted out for this game here, and a very important one as well for Hamburg away from home here against the yellow and blacks of Dortmund. There you go, on the far side, this famous wall, 25,000 crammed in there. A place that used to be occupied by Kevin Grosskreutz, the right back today for Dortmund when he was a young lad, and now he's in the starting lineup again. On the right, Van der Vaart, the skipper, and Roman Weidenfeller, the captain for Dortmund. The referee is Tobias Welz, and his 2 assistants, Mr. Fulton and Mr. Thompson, and the 4th official is Dr. Joachim Drees. My name is Gary Preston. This is Bundesliga match day 5, and this is Mats Hummels, who had his 150th Bundesliga appearance on day 1 of this new campaign, and was excluded out of the last couple of games for Germany by Joachim Löw. Did not feature in those 2 games recently in those World Cup qualifiers on the Faroe Islands. also against Austria. So it will be highly interesting to see how Mats Hummels will compete here this afternoon, because in his 4 games that he's played so far, he has shown a couple of worrying moments, put it that way, that we certainly have not seen over the last couple of years from the young 24-year-old. Underlining 24-year-old, one of the best defenders of the last couple of seasons in the Bundesliga. He is entitled every now and again, I think, to have a couple of bad games. So Hamburg in white, the visitors, Dortmund, the famous yellow and blacks. Mkhitaryan, we just saw there, wearing the number 10, the Armenia international new man. Looks to be a highly interesting prospect for the Bundesliga. So too Aubameyang, who's wearing the number 17. Those 2 new signings for Dortmund. More than filling in that role maybe that Mario Götze left when he disappeared to Bayern Munich. Kevin Grosskreutz, referee. Mr. Veltz wants him a bit further back. That's the young man we were talking about before. He used to be in that fabulous South Terrace before he turned professional. Such a versatile player, one of the most versatile players in the Bundesliga at the moment. Left back, right back, centre of the park, forward either wing. He's played it. In actual fact, I think if you give him a pair of gloves as well, he might be able to fill in at 1.87 m, the goal stopper between the sticks. Giroud, the Switzerland international, he's alongside Heiko Westermann for Hamburg. Diekmeyer, pass forward. This is Maximilian Beister. Van der Vaart with the number 23. Collects a few jeers from the home crowd. He is a little renowned, without being too critical, to go down with the slightest of touches at times. Been a great start for Dortmund up until the results this afternoon, which I am not going to tell you about just yet, in case you might be watching one of those games at a later stage. If you want some more information, then tune in to the Bundesliga.de website, Bundesliga.de, and all the information and what your heart desires in the world of football, as far as Germany is concerned, is to be found there. Bundesliga.de, terrific website. So Aubameyang brings the ball back in, poked forward by Nuri Sahin. Dortmund having to do without the Germany international Ilkay Gundogan, yet again still not fit. And that's Jurgen Klopp. Of course, for the English website of Bundesliga is .com. With living in Germany, you tend to use the DE quite often. So, first shot towards goal, second time behind the ball for René Adler. That was Nuri Sahin. In the centre, Lewandowski with the header down, and then the ball coming back just outside the area on the D to Nuri Sahin. And on each and every occasion, René Adler was there. Well, the first 5 minutes coming to a close here, and it has been a very promising start here to this game. 4 wins to a start for Dortmund. It's something that Dortmund have only managed once before. That was back in the 2001-2002 season when they won the title. If they can manage another win here today, that will be an out-and-out record for Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Looking for 5 straight wins, which for the statistic freaks out there would be make them one of 12 teams that have managed to do that in the Bundesliga history. Pass from Adler. This is the big man, Lasse Sobich, 1.96 m, the 22-year-old and German under-21 international. Looking at the lineup here that Hamburg have at the moment, it's a very interesting lineup that Thorsten Fink has fought out for this game here this afternoon. Well, late afternoon now. It's 18:37 local time. He's got a 3-man defense with Westermann, Giroud and Sobich, which can be 5 with Diekmeyer and Lam, which we've already seen when they're under pressure. It can be a 3-2-3-2, a 3-4-1-2 or a 3-5-2. At least a couple of those lineups we've already seen in the opening 6 minutes. So, Robert Lewandowski offside. As the ball comes forward, no problem whatsoever with the decision. Heiko Westermann, the captain, with a long ball, hopeful ball forward. Hummels on the end of that one. Touch from Bender. We've got a man down here. The referee may, yes indeed. It's Thomas Rincon, the Venezuelan. Unfortunate in that clash with Sven Bender. Certainly no intention. Both of those two going for the ball. Sven Bender was on the bench midweek for Germany in that game on the Faroe Islands in that 3-0 victory for Germany. Sobich. This is Giroud. Rincon, sorry, that is Ali Arslan. Tolgay Ali Arslan. That's a Germany under-21 international. Quite a lot of talent Hamburg have had in their squad. Just quite a few problems that they've had over the past few years, with a lot of players coming and going, and quite a few going. Sobich. 3 white shirts up front. Marcel Schmelzer, the Germany international, clears away. Only as far as Rincon. That was a decent pass. If Van der Vaart can do something with this one. Slips, gets the crossover. Good ball control from Mkhitaryan. This is Marco Reus, who had a tummy upset recently, back into the team, lays it off for Lewandowski, and another right hand from Rene Adler. The Germany #2 goalkeeper with 3 saves already. Well worked out with a pass from Mkhitaryan, who won that ball initially. Royce back into the centre. And the first corner goes to the home team. Royce. Footballer of the year in Germany, Marco Reus. Missing the Faroe Islands World Cup qualifier for Germany due to that tummy upset. Started training again on Wednesday, so they got him fit for this game, a very important fixture of the Dortmund team. So the yellow and blacks at the moment looking the livelier of the two. Lewandowski here with his strike. Might have been going in as well. Most certainly Adler not taking any chances. Looking good in midfield. Giroud, the Switzerland international, came in January from Arsenal to Hanover, and then here, loaned from Arsenal until the end of the season. Dietmar's ball in, header from Subotic. And Robin Weidenfeller comes in to collect. The man that turned 33 in August, possibly the best goalkeeper who never played for Germany. So, apparently a foul by Giroud, says the referee. The crowd will agree with him. There was a push from behind, well seen by the officials. Free kick here for Dortmund. Interesting position as well, which could cause Hamburg a bit of confusion in that area. Quite a few players in there that can head the ball. Royce will take the free kick. And a difficult one that comes off the crossbar. Header from Mats Hummels, if I saw that correctly. Big Germany defender. Hamburg with a lot of luck, keep it at 0-0. Here the delivery from Marco Reus. It was a good, hard delivery, coming straight into the box, and then off the crossbar, denied by the woodwork. And that's Spider-Man, as he's called. I think he'll have that tag for the rest of his life now. Aubameyang tries to chip the keeper. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the man from Gabon, who was born in France. A new signing from Saint-Etienne for 13 million euros, that is. And of course, all the price tags never really official. But apparently 13 million is the sum that has been brandished around. Was targeted by half of Europe as well, quite surprisingly. It was Dortmund who pulled him out of the hat, because it looked as though he was going other places. Giroud. Subotic clears. Great pass from Shine, and Roy's maybe half a yard offside. From that angle, a couple of yards offside. But clever move. Jurgen Klopp, the 46-year-old head coach here at Dortmund, who took his team all the way through to that amazing Champions League final against the other German side, Bayern Munich. What a great final that was at Wembley. Three players, by the way, missing out of that team that faced Bayern in the Champions League final in May. And that's Piszczek, who's still out injured, Gundogan as well, and Błaszczykowski. Striker foul, Maximilian Beister. And a hand involved at the same time. Just turned 23 at the beginning of the month, by the way. And scored day one at Schalke. A terrific goal. He's very first in the Bundesliga. Very interesting young man. Good ball forward. Aubameyang, he's got the pace. He's probably one of the fastest footballers around. But good defending from skipper Heynco Westermann. Yuri Sahin. Again, Westermann is there. He's in actual fact still on Real Madrid's books at the moment, but we shall see whether he's going to remain here. Still on loan at the moment, the former Dortmund player, back again on loan. Schmelzer. "17 minutes played, and at the moment 0-0, 50-50, but 6 shots on goal from Dortmund, telling its own story at the moment. Hamburg holding their own, Dortmund doing most of the work. Jacques Zoua, the man from Cameroon, who's had 3 caps now for the Cameroon national team. Having a bit of a hard time up front so far. He's the man that replaced Eto'o in the 83rd minute, I think it was, in that last cap against Libya. No signs that there's any signs of fatigue at the moment with that right leg from Rafael van der Vaart. Sven Bender goes down under the challenge. Free kick Dortmund. Bit too hasty, that challenge from Arslan. And the chance, and this time it goes in! Adler gets a hand to it, and that is the fastest man in football business at the moment. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, targeted by half of Europe, who scored a hat-trick on his Bundesliga debut, gets his goal number 4 on his 5th appearance. Set up perfectly. Westermann can't keep with him, and Aubameyang's left boot does the rest. Adler was there, but not enough to stop it going in. Maybe just losing his footage at the wrong time. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the man from Gabon, makes it Dortmund 1, Hamburg 0. Fifth appearance and 4 goals already tucked up nicely under his belt. That's not bad for a start in a new league. January of 2012, Aubameyang was sold to Saint-Etienne by AC Milan after he had a one-year loan there for just 1.8 million, and Saint-Etienne sold him for 13 million to Dortmund. But the 24-year-old looks like he's worth every penny. And when you talk about football players worth 100 million euros, then that is absolute peanuts. As far as the 100 million is concerned, less said, the better. Well, it's the kind of start that Dortmund and Jurgen Klopp wanted in this game, taking the sting out of Hamburg. They knew they were going to be coming here with fighting spirit after that 4-0 victory. This is the lovely pass forward again out of their own half, and a fine strike. Now René Adler appeared to be behind the ball, slipping maybe at the wrong time, couldn't keep it out. Aubameyang. ...19 strikes, by the way, for the new signing last season for Saint-Etienne. I think at the moment, with 4 already here in the Bundesliga, we might even have more. And playing well again, this could be it. It is! What a goal! Brilliantly struck all the way home by the other new signing. Arm in arm, the yellow and blacks are turning it on after 22 minutes. Royce outside of the leather, back heel from Lewandowski, and a fine finish from Henrik Mkhitaryan. That's his 3rd goal on his 4th appearance. Well, the new signings have really got off to a brilliant start for the new club. Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang make it Dortmund 2, Hamburg 0. Confident looking faces here of a Dortmund team that really do look very good indeed. And who'd have thought that with the loss of one of the biggest talents in the world at the moment, was Mario Götze, disappearing to Bayern Munich. Who'd have thought that these two players would have been pulled out of the hat by Dortmund. Mkhitaryan was also one of the most sought-after midfielders. Liverpool just one of the names out of the Premier League that really wanted him. He turned them down, and it came from Shakhtar Donetsk for a record Dortmund fee of 27.5 million euros. And the crowd here in this wonderful wall, enjoying every second of it. Thorsten Fink, the head coach from Hamburg, who was born in Dortmund, by the way. At the moment, just trying to, I think, suggest to his players they have to keep calm. But how do you keep calm playing against a team like this that's on fire? They love a wonderful sing-song as well here. Maybe you heard just before the start of the game. Also their version of You'll Never Walk Alone, with a slight German accent, which makes it also colourful. Not only does music generate so much talk and brings people together, but also football itself. And when you've got both, then it's a perfect world. And for Dortmund at the moment, with that 2-0, it's a perfect start on a Saturday afternoon. Giroud, Adler has to clear. Sobi just about gets a toe there. He's a big boy, isn't he? There appear to be quite a lot of white shirts in the centre of the park at the moment, but it's the black shorts and yellow shirts of Dortmund that are winning most of those battles in midfield. Header from Sobi. Forward by Hummels, away by Westermann. This is Zua. Man from Cameroon's got a lot of skill. This is Lam. Does well and gets a brilliant strike in. What a goal! 26 minutes dead on the clock, and Hamburg are all of a sudden back in business. And that was a wonderful, wonderful strike indeed from that man, Jin Andreas Lam. 22 years of age, the man that was born in Hamburg and up until recently playing for the reserves, collects his first ever Bundesliga goal. And if his mother is watching this one at home, just sit back and enjoy and be proud. What a goal. Wonderful strike. Andreas is the name he gets called. Zijin was the name given to him by his father from Hong Kong. Oh, yeah, so, dear me, yellow card has to be. Hamburg will be advised in this game, of course, to not to get too many yellow cards in this game. They need all the players with all the 100% or 200% that they can give in this match against Dortmund. First yellow of the match goes to Rincon. This is the goal again. Well worth watching from every possible angle. Weidenfeller well and truly beaten. Subotic just literally danced past him, saw that slide opening and found it as well. Great strike from Lam. Royce and Lewandowski, great skills! What a tremendous strike, and that header at the end of the day would not have counted anyway. Great skills here, but Royce is offside. And Thorsten Fink at the moment, his team having their problems against this highly skillful Borussia Dortmund, but back in business after that strike from Andreas Lam. Fink, by the way, playing for Dortmund between 83 and 89 as a young man, together with the sporting director from Dortmund, Michael Zorc. Himself as a player, absolute tremendous player. with Bayern Munich. 3 times cup winner, 4 times German champion, Champions League winner of 2001, and also the Club World Cup as well in that same year, all with Bayern. He knows football like the back of his hand. And he also knows that if Dortmund are given a bit of leeway, they'll take it with both hands. Lewandowski. Giroud was the man who got in the way. Lewandowski. Referee had to give that one, didn't he? Johan Giroud, highly involved in this game. Now, having a look at that from that angle, he did get the ball, a lot of the right boot. Free kick, though, for Dortmund. Just over 30 minutes played. Football supporters out there watching this one around the world. 3 goals already. There's going to be more to come. Well, René Adler, brave save as the Serbia international Subotic comes in. Rather lucky that the ball, the foot from the Serb actually landed between the legs on the ground and not the other way around against René Adler. Mind boggles. Foul on Van der Vaart. Trapped a little between those players. Whether that should have been a free kick or not is secondary now, because it is one. Free kick. Van der Vaart floats it in towards goal, and Weidenfeller committed himself. And in coming out, I think he took 2 players out there. One of them, Sven Bender, and the other one is the Hamburg skipper, Heiko Westermann, who looks to be in a lot of pain here. That left knee. Let's have a look here from this angle. Bit unfortunate for the skipper. Let's hope that the 30-year-old can continue. Worried-looking face there from the 45-year-old boss from Hamburg, Thorsten Fink, because that is pain that we're seeing here from the Germany international Heiko Westermann. Until recently, it looked as though he was out of the Germany national side. He was capped back in on the 17th of November 2010 against Sweden. And then 2.5 years later, taken on the USA trip in summer, featuring in that game against Ecuador at the end of May. Hamburg's throw, Hummel's header, clearance from Royce, foul from Giroud. Well, you could say he's heavily involved in this game at the moment, and some heavy challenges and tackles we're seeing here against Robert Lewandowski. Westermann coming back onto the pitch, and that is good news, not only for him but also for Hamburg. Next foul, this time Aubameyang on the receiving end. Arslan's had a couple of niggly little fouls as well. That's why the referee is going to have some words with him. Motivation, highly motivated, and a little careless is also the other word you can throw in. Mkhitaryan's ball. Overlapping, Schmelzer back in. Lewandowski keeps it in. That was a pass from Shahin. Royce under pressure from Rincon. And that pressure was enough to make sure that the pass didn't come through for Schmelzer. Well, we got 10 minutes before the half-time whistle, and you can see 10 shots to 1, 2 goals to 1. Hamburg tenacious and still in the game. Aubameyang, this is Royce. Two defenders, Westermann and Giroud, were just enough to keep him out. Mkhitaryan. Gross-Kreutz. Difficult ball, the right arm and hand from Adler. And that's got a bit, oh, offside. Here the punch from René Adler. And as the ball comes back in, you can see here the referee's assistant with the correct decision. Yeah, close, Mr. Klopp, but offside. Sven Bender, the 99th Bundesliga appearance in his young, illustrious career this afternoon, on the receiving end after that collision with Jacques Zouar. So for half a second, a bit of a breather in this match. Poked forward by Lam. Pass from Westermann. Rafael van der Vaart. Well, look of bewilderment on the face of Henrik Mkhitaryan. It was a foul though. And that's why it's a free kick. Van der Vaart will float this one in. And the referee and his assistants seeing an infringement there. It looks as though it was an offside going against Zouar. Bender's overhead kick, header from Sobich. And that one runs straight to Royce, and it's still in play. Fabulous, fabulous save from René Adler. Great connection here with that boot from Royce. He had to think quickly as the ball is nodded forward by Aubameyang. That's a wonderful save from the keeper. And a lot of luck involved as well at the end of the day. Coming off the woodwork, we've seen, well, at least 3 attempts coming off the woodwork in this match so far. Corner number 2. Header by Westermann. Aubameyang. Nuri Sahin, the Turkey international. Man was born literally round the corner here from Dortmund's ground. One of the crowd's personal favourites on the top of that woodwork in the right in the corner. Brought back here by his boss Jurgen Klopp on that loan from Real Madrid. Had a short spell as well at Liverpool, didn't he? But injury worries and other good players kept him out of the first team, both at Real and at Liverpool. hadn't it been for Rene Adler, those 11 shots on goal that we've seen so far from Dortmund would have been at least 5 goals. At the moment, it's only just 2-1. Here are the 2-goal scorers again. Just to remind you, Aubameyang scoring his 4th. Mkhitaryan getting his 3rd strike. Good work from Beister, but also in midfield, Bender and Shine keeping everything under control. Schmelzer. And that's out for the corner, coming off the boots of Dennis Diekmeyer, who has, by the way, just about a week ago declined a new contract. The 23-year-old, it ends at the end of the season, so he's on a free going somewhere. Where anybody's guess as good as mine. But Dennis Diekmeyer, the 23-year-old number 2 right back, or today right winger, if you're a boss out there, is a goodbye for anybody when he says goodbye to Hamburg. I think he's going to be one of the crowd's favourites here, Aubameyang. Very colourful character. A great player. Say colourful character coming down to Jurgen Klopp when he first arrived here on his first training day. He had on these gold and silver studded boots, and Jurgen Klopp took one look at them and raised his left eyebrow, and since then Aubameyang's never worn them since. So, are we going to get another goal before half-time? Schmelzer. Just missing out in the centre, Lewandowski. Royce. Still Royce, perfectly timed pass, but not quite good enough for Mkhitaryan, sorry. Just caught off balance as the pass came forward. That was a promising move that resulted in a goal kick for Rene Adler. Capped 39 times by Armenia. Mkhitaryan. Whoops, the daisy, header, Adler. Messerman. Just less than 2 minutes to go now. Not too worried at the moment, Torsten Fink, with that goal that we saw from Andreas Lam on, 26 minutes. His team are back in business, although looking at the first 44 minutes of this game, and we have to say Dortmund are the better of the two. So we got yet again another foul here, and Van der Vaart will have to stop complaining. He hears a hothead. The yellow card dished out straight away by referee Tobias Welz. Here, Sven Bender comes in. Rafael Van der Vaart slides into his man. He got the ball. If looks could kill, the referee would not have been able to dish out that yellow card. Right up to his toenails. He really is giving everything this afternoon, or tonight now, Rafael Van der Vaart. So the final few seconds here. Dortmund trying to keep control. Vital touch from Sven Bender. And maybe the last chance now. 1 minute to go. The stoppage time. Throw in Kevin Grosskreutz. Royce under challenge. Has to go down. It was Lasse Sobich, the former Dortmund reserve player, by the way. Coming at the beginning of the season here from Dortmund to Hamburg for just over €1 million, if you can believe everything that you hear about. Okay, well done, Royce. And Hamburg, towards the end of the first half, look as though they keep it at just 2-1 as the referee blows the whistle. Highly entertaining first 45 here. That's the man that got the opener. His goal number 4 on his first appearance for his new club after arriving at the beginning of the season from Saint-Etienne. It was Aubameyang who got the opener in this. Henry Mkhitaryan got the second goal and his third for his new club. And then Lam, who we just saw with his very first Bundesliga strike, pulling Hamburg back into the game. It's not over with yet, and we shall find out what's going to happen during the course of the next 45 minutes. We're going to take a break. Don't go away. At the moment, it's Dortmund 2, Hamburg 1. Just before the start of the second half here of our highly entertaining game of football. I'm pretty sure that Jurgen Klopp enjoyed that one as well. Mr. Give It All, and as far as I'm concerned, in the football world, Mr. Know It All, and that's meant nicely. Jurgen Klopp's Dortmund leading by 2-1, but it's not over with by no means. The only shot on goal in the first 45 minutes for the visiting team and their supporters here in blue and yellow from Hamburg. That came after 25-26 minutes from Jin Andreas Lam, who scored his very first Bundesliga strike. And that is why they're still in business, and that is why head coach Thorsten Fink has decided he's got to make a change here to the team. It's a tactical decision now with Petr Jureček, the Czech international, coming onto the pitch for Lasse Sobich. So that means that Dennis Diekmeyer will move back, I'm pretty sure, into the right-back position. And Petr Jureček, the 27-year-old, wearing the number 19, coming on for his 4th appearance. It's the man who will be hoping to give a little bit of impetus down that left wing. He's an out-and-out winger with a natural left foot. And recently, not too long ago, just a few days ago, on international duty for the Czech Republic. That was in that game on the 20th of this, what was it, Wednesday was it? Against Italy in that 2-0 defeat. He looked pretty good in that game too. Not good enough though to beat Italy. Aubameyang. Aubameyang. I think you could make a song out of that one, couldn't you? Aubameyang, he loves to shoot whenever he can. Yeah. 46 minutes, 1 minute into the first half, and yet again another shot from a Dortmund player. As we said before, just one shot for Hamburg in the first period. If they want to come back into this game, they need some more. Ball back from Giroud. Bit of shirt pulling on Van der Vaart. Good ball for Mkhitaryan. And the whistle has been blown. Anticipation from the crowd, that massive wall on the left-hand side in the south curve or the south terrace. But offside here after the pass from Mkhitaryan. Marco Reus. Well seen by the officials. But it's that movement out of midfield from Borussia Dortmund that shows why they are so highly regarded in the world of football at the moment. New man, Juricek with his first foul. Will be interesting to see how Dortmund fare this time around in the Champions League. Some tough competition, you have to say, facing Napoli, Olympique Marseille and Arsenal. And the next game just coming around the corner after this weekend on Wednesday, on the 18th. That will be against Napoli. Lewandowski, furious pass into the centre. Aubameyang couldn't quite get there. And that's over from Schmelzer. Didn't score very often. Once in 132 Bundesliga games, if you include today. But he's enjoying this, isn't he? So as we suggested before with that tactical change, it is Lahm who's come back now into the left-back position. He was more attacking-minded in the first half, which did result in the only goal for Hamburg so far. Dennis Diekmeyer has been pulled back into the right-back position as well. So Tolgay Ali Arslan will have a lot of work to do down the right wing, together with Diekmeyer. And Rincon and Juricek are the two holding midfielders. As we're watching this replay here again, free kick for Hamburg, good position. And don't forget that Hamburg, they beat Dortmund twice last season here on match day 21 last season. 4-1 the victory in Dortmund. What a surprise that was. It's not over with yet. And there it is! Great stuff from the skipper, Heiko Westermann. And I smelt that one coming. Dortmund 2, Hamburg 2. 4 goals after 49 minutes as the delivery comes in. Too much room here for Heiko Westermann. Neven Subotic was nowhere near him. And poor old Roman Weidenfeller, the goalkeeper, didn't have a chance in the world. Good header of the ball. Heiko Westermann, as you can see here, and particularly if he finds the room. 50 minutes gone, game on, Dortmund 2, Hamburg 2. The last time he scored was just a couple of days before the season closed last season against Wolfsburg. Also, as you gathered, a header. Well, it might come somewhat as a surprise in this game after quite a lot of dominance from Dortmund in this match. And I'm pretty sure that the competition out of the Champions League will be watching this one as well. Well, the referee dishes out his third yellow, this time for Dennis Diekmeyer. And absolutely no problems whatsoever with that decision. Westermann lets that one run out for a goal kick for René Adler. Here's a free kick from Raphael van der Vaart. Lovely header. Weak defending though. That has to be said. (3-2) the home victory on day 4 for Hamburg in that first meeting last season. And then on day 21 in the last meeting, a 4-1 victory away from home this story has not been told. Always goals galore between these two, as this scoreline suggests so far. This is the 330th. Hang on, let's get this right. 329 goals have been scored up until today. So another 4 on top of that in 92 Bundesliga encounters until today. And before you get your calculator out, that is an average of 3.57 goals per game, which has now increased just a little. No other fixture and pairing in the Bundesliga has ever seen so many goals in between these two. Sometimes hard to understand, I think, why the statistics tell us this. Why do Dortmund and Hamburg always score so many goals when they face each other? There's no real answer. So now Lamb in that left back position. Wouldn't mind seeing another goal like we saw before, though. What a creamer that was for his first ever Bundesliga strike. We'll be catching that one on YouTube, I'm sure. And don't forget, for all the information that you need and desire in the Bundesliga, then tune in to Bundesliga.com. Schmelzer. Blocked by Arslan. Fighting spirit from Hamburg, they know they can do. Pass from Subotic. Shielded well by Aubameyang. Gets it back again from Schmelzer, sorry, from Groskreutz. And fouled by Rincon. He's already seen a yellow. Royce does well, does very well, and gets a shot over. Great save again from Adler. Wonderful piece of footwork from Marco Royce. First of all, getting past the defence, and then that shot on the top of the crossbar again. Good save from René Adler. And the next corner for Hamburg. Header over by Subotic. They've had the best chances in this game, Dortmund. And theoretically, they should be leading. But isn't it great that this is football and you never know how it's going to end until the referee blows the final whistle? Unless, of course, you call Jose Mourinho and then you can deny the fact that you lost 2-1. Yes, that's happened before. Header away by Hummels. Royce. Mkhitaryan. Lovely header. Royce can't quite get there. Mkhitaryan did. Pass from Bender. Lewandowski in room. He's got Schmelzer on his left. Cuts into the inside, cleared by Giroud. Lewandowski gets away from his marker. That was Giroud again. This is Zua. Bender making quite sure that Zua was going nowhere. Well, he got the ball, but whoa, adventurous challenge. Beister challenged and tackled by Neven Subotic. Free kick for Hamburg. We've already seen What they can do and what Van der Vaart can do, we already know. Great deliverer of the ball. Just having words there with Maximilian Beister. So obviously something that they had been practicing. Let's see what the result will be. 57 minutes into the game. Free kick Hamburg. And again up front, Heiko Westermann. But Roman Weidenfeller is a very capable goalkeeper. And that's putting it mildly. What a great goalkeeper. There have been rumours recently, maybe you've read about them on the internet, that Casillas apparently has been linked. Iker Casillas, the Barcelona man who's not having too much of a good time at the moment, has been linked with Dortmund. Now, whether that's just a rumour on the rumour mill or not, watch this space. Jurasek to the byline, collects the corner, which is the first corner for Hamburg. Again, set piece from the corner spot from Van der Vaart. Royce's header. And up in the air by Thomas Rincon. So, he's the boss in the middle of the park, Rafael Van der Vaart. And that's why Torsten Fink is just having words with him at the moment. Some tactical decisions communicated by his boss. We'll see if they bear fruit. Evenly matched now. Marco Reus's ball intercepted by Lam. As far as Mkhitaryan, room here for Grosskreutz. Kevin Grosskreutz into the centre for Aubameyang. And somehow Hamburg literally scrape it away. Good move, good pass here from Mkhitaryan, and the other new man almost getting there. Adler was there first. Schmelzer. Royce. Pass from Shine. Slip from Schmelzer. Tries to win it back, and Beister bites his way into the game. Pass from Arslan for Jurasek, who came on in the second half. Lam venturing forward. Zua. Diekmeyer down the right. Rincon. Beister. Schmelzer up and looking for Lewandowski. Well, claims from Giroud that there was a handball in there, and I might agree with him. But just before that handball, Lewandowski looked to have been fouled. Or afterwards. That is a handball. Definitely. And then he's going for the ball here, trying to clear it away. Very high boot. So, Dortmund have decided that Neven Subotic has been swimming a little at the back, and I have to agree. So that's why Socrates is coming on. The Greece international comes on for Neven Subotic, the man from Serbia. Maybe a bit more stability in that defence at the moment. They have been swimming after that second goal scored by Westermann for Hamburg. So Socrates is on, 25-year-old, new signing from Bremen. So still quite a way to go in this game with nearly 62 minutes played into this match. And although Dortmund have that optical advantage. Take a look here. There you go. 20 shots on goal against 3, with Hamburg 18 fouls in this game, showing that, well, they mean business. They want to keep this 2-2 as it is and claim a point against Dortmund yet again. All 6 points last season, and at the moment, 1 is on the cards. While reading the lips of the referee here, Mr. Welz, he was saying, come on, you're not claiming for a foul for that one, are you? In German. This has got to be the chance of a lifetime. It's still with Mkhitaryan, and a great save from Royce, and still in there. Mkhitaryan, and again, René Adler. How many saves has René Adler had in this game? It's got to be at least 6 brilliant saves there between the sticks. Royce denied yet again. And when we can, we shall get the replay for you. But at the moment, our director's got no time whatsoever. Too much going on in this match. That was a wonderful opportunity, and we'll see it now. Mkhitaryan, Royce, Adler. Back again to Mkhitaryan. Adler there again after the pass from Lewandowski. Great football, terrific goalkeeping, and it's still 2-2. And you have the feeling it won't remain 2-2. Royce. Giroud got a touch as well, but I think that's a throw-in for Hamburg. "64 minutes now played in this match. Hamburg really fighting for every ball. Away here by Dortmund. And again, the man from Armenia, Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang, and it's in! And again, Adler gets a touch, but it's not enough to stop it going in. And I can watch that man do a somersault 5 times a game. Brilliant stuff. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the man from Gabon, gets his brace in this game after scoring a hat-trick on his very first appearance for his new club. The man is dynamite. Spider-Man strikes again. Dortmund 3, Hamburg 2. And to take a look at the teeth there of the players at the pitch at the moment, it's telling us we are Dortmund and we don't give up till the final whistle. See Champions League quarter-final against Malaga. 65 minutes into the game, Dortmund take that lead, and it is deserved, even if I have to say that Hamburg have shown a lot of fighting spirit in this game today. Aubameyang got the opener, and he gets the third in a 5-goal thriller, and we've still got a long way to go. 25 minutes to go in actual fact. There you go, the goal scorers. Van der Vaart, under a lot of pressure there from Sven Bender. Van der Vaart ready to complain again. He does tend to take everything personally, and you can't blame him. He takes a lot of stick as well. Royce in room. Royce puts it wide. the footballer of the year. Onside here as the ball comes through. Perfectly timed pass from Nuri Sahin. And the better option would have been to send the goalkeeper the wrong way. Says your commentator. Not on the pitch. That's the new man with the 25. The imposing character. 25-year-old, 6 foot of Greek muscle, Socrates Papastathopoulos. A few players from Hamburg warming up down the touchline at the moment. And one of those players I can see there would be a wonderful substitution, I think, for Hamburg. Hakan Çalhanoğlu is coming on, and he's replacing midfielder Thomas Rincon. 19 years of age, brand new signing from Karlsruhe out of Division 2. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Man was born in Mannheim, has his roots in Turkey, as you may have guessed, and that man has already scored 2 goals on day 4, 76th minute, coming on for Rafael van der Vaart, and then scored within a minute. But at the moment, Hamburg on the receiving end here of shots galore. Again, Henrik Mkhitaryan looking for his brace in this game too. Good pass from the right, little header from Mkhitaryan starting it off, and as the ball comes off the skipper Westermann, the second bite of the cherry goes away. Enjoying himself, Aubameyang. I think he's going to be a very happy man here with this club, Dortmund. Lovely strike. Again, Adler almost getting there, but it was perfectly placed. And Jurgen Klopp enjoying this one too. So can Dortmund's defence hang on in there? That is the question. They're on the rebound. And the pass for Aubameyang has got to go in again. No, he was looking, I think, maybe for the direct strike on goal. Lewandowski was in the centre. The ball was cleared away at the end of the day. Hamburg coming forward, caught off guard with a lovely move. And if it hadn't have been for that man, Giroud, that would have been going in. Or let's hope that Mkhitaryan is not too badly injured. Next corner. And it's number 5 for Dortmund. And we've got a yellow for Arslan. Not quite sure what that one's for. Oh dear, that's not looking good at all for the Armenia international, Henrik Mkhitaryan, who's just coming into the team. Well, he's played his 4th appearance now. Missed the first day, also due to injury. Let's hope that's not a recurrence. Looks as though it's not too bad. A bit painful and fairly down here. Tall guy, Ali Arslan. Royce, he got problems with Royce. This time too many white socks for him. That ball easily intercepted, and it's not offside. This is Royce. Oh, he is offside. Oh, the flag took a long time in coming. on the far side, Martin Thompson, the referee's assistant. Got it right, though. Completely sold out, by the way. The attendance figures here today, yet again. 80,500. 80,500 supporters. Ball pass from Royce for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and this is the goal. And once he's in that position, there is no other way of saying goal. Robert Lewandowski. Dortmund 4, Hamburg 2. And again, good footwork, great pass here from Aubameyang. Too much room at the end of the day for Robert Lewandowski, the Poland international. But if he sees that opening, then he finds it. A great striker. Man, it came from Lech Poznan to Dortmund for just short of €5 million back in 2010. His contract is ending, and if you remember, all the talks in the newspapers and around the world in the internet, it was Bayern Munich who wanted him. He wanted to leave. He's still here. Dortmund said no, you remain here for your final year with your contract, which you shall fulfill. And has that taken a dent to his talents or scoring abilities that he wanted to go to Bayern? No. And why? Because he's a professional. And a great striker to boot. I suppose the team that finally does get him, whether it's going to be another team and not Bayern Munich, which we'll see, will be very happy indeed. Whoops. Royce, 4-2 at the moment. 5-2 it is now. 15.5 minutes still remaining, and Dortmund are showing why they were in the Champions League final. Hamburg a little unfortunate that ball just slipped away from them, and René Adler knows they were close coming back into the game after trailing 2-0 to make it 2-2. And now Royce puts a dagger into the Hamburg supporters' hearts. Dortmund 5, Hamburg 2. And finally, Marco Reus scoring his second goal of the campaign after that one against Braunschweig with a penalty. So, first strike for him, the German international, out of open play. And yet again, Jurgen Klopp, the 46-year-old, just living it up along the touchline. And if you hear me chortling at any stage of this game now, we've seen more goals during the rest of the 15 minutes. I'm just contemplating how our cutter will be managing to find for the digital highlight clips that you can catch around the world, wherever you may be, the 7 goals in 2 minutes, and there might be more to come. But he's a good lad, and he will do it. And if there's more goals to come, I'll commentate them for you. Dortmund, Lewandowski, blocked by Westermann. Giroud, Jurasek. Good pass. Intercepted as well by Aubameyang. That's the scoreline, folks. 5-2 for Dortmund. And I'm pretty sure that Torsten Fink, with all the experience that he's had, both as a player and a manager, knows that it's got to be all over by the shouting. Not too many happy faces there at the moment. On the left-hand side, we also saw the new director of sports, Oliver Kreutzer, ex-Bayern Munich professional player. Can't be happy either. But this is Dortmund, and when you come here, you can't always beat them by 4 goals to 1, which Hamburg did in the last meeting last season. And again, Dortmund coming forward, too casual from Großkreuz. And yet again, applause for Aubameyang. Since arriving here, Aubameyang, on that signing from Saint-Etienne out of France and Ligue 1, he had to learn football right from the start, if you will, because he has never ever done any defensive work in his life. If you play for Dortmund, you're not just an attacker or a forward or a midfielder. You have to be a defender as well. It's collective. So Dickmeyer. Beister's ball into the centre, and the deflection after the shot from Raphael van der Vaart. That could have gone anywhere. If it had gone between the sticks, it would have been 5-3. After the deflection from Socrates, then maybe, with 12 minutes to go, they might have had a lifeline at the moment after that corner. And the whistle from the ref after the foul. It's going to be a tough uphill battle. So, 2 young boys, and I mean very young boys, are coming onto the pitch here for Dortmund. And 2 young great talents at the same time. Eric Dorm coming on for Marcel Schmelzer. 12 minutes to go. Happy, happy smiling faces here. Played in every single game from the start. Bruised his jawbone in that Germany game against Austria last Friday. Bit his way back into the team for the Faroe Islands, and here today. Mkhitaryan's coming off as well. He got that knock before, and he scored his goal. Very important. So those 2 off for the final, 10 minutes. And the young talents coming on to enjoy this atmosphere. Jonas Hoffmann, with the number 7, has just received a brand new contract, which already was dated at 2015, taking him through to 2018. He's 21 years of age, and he's scored 1 goal already in his young 3 Bundesliga matches that he's played this season. And Eric Dorm, he too, 21. And he's coming on for his 2nd ever Bundesliga appearance. And Dortmund have not had enough yet. Headed away by Giroud. Problem is, they've got that man in the centre called Robert Lewandowski, and poor old René Adler, who's played an absolute blinder. The goalkeeper for Hamburg. I don't think you can blame any of those goals on René Adler. Let's have a look again from this angle. As the delivery comes in from Nuri Sahin, not offside. Heiko Westermann, who's had a fantastic game for Hamburg in this game. On this occasion, too far away from the Poland international Robert Lewandowski. And the man that made it 5-2. Guess his next goal. Robert Lewandowski. (6-2). My, oh my. What a wonderful day if you're a Dortmund supporter. More tackles won now by Dortmund as well. 31 shots in total against Hamburg's 4. And from those 4 goals, Hamburg managed, what, 2 goals? Well, if they wanted revenge for those 2 defeats last season, they've got it. And that will keep them at the top of the table in front of Bayern Munich. They played this afternoon against Hanover. Just in case you've recorded it and don't want to know the result, take a look at Bundesliga.com, and that's where you shall receive all that information that you need out of the Bundesliga. Great website and well worth a visit every day. Coming under the cosh now. Including part of the last season, this will be the 8th win in the last 10 home games for Dortmund. It's always difficult to play here, and we've seen why. They really do like the evening games on Saturdays as well. Royce. The last time they actually lost a game on a Saturday evening was now 12 games ago, back in April of 2011. So that's the new man with the number 7, Eric Dortmund, Jonas Hoffmann, the 2 new players. Not much time for them to prove themselves, but enjoying the experience. Hummels. So he wants a goal as well, and is quite capable of doing so. Rene Adler disgusted with the men in front of him, who literally let him come through that defence like knife through butter. So Hamburg bringing on a man who's on loan at the moment from Hertha BSC. There is Pierre Lasogga coming on for Van der Vaart. Hamburg crowd not happy that he's coming off here. Lasogga, the man with the number 19, the 21-year-old, has just arrived at the moment on loan from Hertha BSC out of Berlin in the capital. There was a swap there with the midfielder that they needed. Skjelbred has disappeared from Hamburg to Hertha, and that was a swap with Lasogga. One hand washing the other, really. Here's the goals again for you. Brilliant stuff. I feel sorry for Rene Adler. You take a look at all the saves that he's had in this game as well. At least 4 occasions. Shots towards goal that looked as though they were going in. If he hadn't have been there, this could have been 10-2. And it looks as though Hamburg have finally given up resistance now. And the crowd feel that as well. That's, I was going to say a hopeful ball. It was more hopeless, I suppose, would have been a better word. Yeah, that face tells us everything we need to know. New director of sports, Oliver Kreutzer. Thorsten Fink, by the way, was the 4th coach on the bench last season and the 13th in the last 10 years. Part of the problems that Hamburg have been having over the years. Although last season, with the new coach, Thorsten Fink, managed at the end of the day a not bad position, number 7 in the table. Before that, it was 15. And they are the only team in the Bundesliga that have been here over the past 50 years, since the Bundesliga was called the Bundesliga back in 1963. The only team that has been here all the time. Bayern Munich, they didn't arrive until 1964. That's why they get the nickname the dinosaurs of the Bundesliga. Mr. Raubal in the centre of your screen here, with the glasses and greying hair in the middle. Dr. Reinhard Raubal is not only the boss here at Dortmund, he's also the DFL president, the German Football League. Highly respected man, and as far as we can see, he has a lot of respect for his players on the pitch here today. Great game. And a lot coming for Dortmund during the next few weeks. Was it 7 games in the space of 22 days, including Champions League and the DFB Cup, the DFB Pokal, as it's called here in Germany, and the Bundesliga. 7 games in 22 days. Will be interesting to see how Dortmund fare. Aubameyang out for the corner, coming off the boots of Tolgay Ali Arslan. I'm very impressed with this man. I think the crowd are as well. So, with the final seconds ticking away, quarter number 6 or 7 here now for Dortmund. I think it's number 7, in actual fact. And the referee decides enough is enough, and we won't disagree. 6 goals against 2 scored by Hamburg. And here they are. Aubameyang was the man who started it. He also got his second. Robert Lewandowski got a brace as well, in a highly entertaining game of football. It really was a wonderful day's work at the office for the Yellow and Blacks against Hamburg, the team that you could call the bogey team. They took all 6 points off them last time out. And on match day 21 last season, beating Dortmund here on their home territory by 4-1. But today, Dortmund were more decisive and more convincing. And even if René Adler did everything he could, at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Great game of football. Hope you enjoyed it. I most certainly did. That man, by the way, scoring his very first strike. I have to comment on that one. The 22-year-old Xi Jin, the man called Andreas Lamm, scoring his very first Bundesliga strike for Hamburg. He scored the second, making it 2-2. And then in the second half, they fell apart under the pressure from Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund 6, Hamburg 2. My name's Gary Preston. Till next time, take care. Keep the ball rolling. Bye-bye now.